Precious. Hello friends, this is Precious and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Precious. I am a medical coder and a crafter. For today's video, we are going to practice coding scenarios. I have prepared 3 scenarios so that you can practice with me. So now grab your ICD 10cm book and let's start coding. Hello friends, are you ready to practice coding scenarios? Alright, let's get started. Now let's have our first scenario. Scenario 1, let me read it. The patient is here for medication refill. He is taking Coreg for his hypertension and furosemide for his heart failure. He is complaining of frequent headaches. I prescribed him sumatriptan for his migraine. So we have here our multiple choices. Letter A, I10, I50.9, R51.9, G43.909. Letter B, I11.0, I50.9, G43.909, and letter C, I10, I50.9, G43.909. You have 3 seconds to lock in your answer. And if you want more time, you can pause this video. All right, so what is the answer? The answer is letter B, I11.0, I50.9, and G43.909. Now, let's see why. So the patient is here for medication refill, right? So let's look for the conditions in this scenario. So first, we have hypertension. Second, we have heart failure. Also, we have headaches. And we have migraine. I see 4 conditions, but why do we only have 3 codes? The answer for that is, if you're a medical coding student, then you must be already learning the different guidelines. So one of those guidelines is the signs, symptoms, and diagnosis. So if there is no final diagnosis and there are signs and symptoms, you can code the signs and symptoms. But if there is a final diagnosis, then the signs and symptoms will not be reported. So right here, headaches are actually a sign or a symptom for migraine. So the doctor already prescribed sumatriptan. So therefore, the final diagnosis is the migraine. All right, we also have hypertension and also heart failure. We have a code for heart failure, I50.9, and we already know that hypertension is I10. That's right. But if you are further along with your medical coding study, you already know the WID guidelines. We have to follow the WID guidelines. So if there is hypertension and there is hypertension and there is heart failure, you have to remember that these conditions follow the WID guidelines. Hypertension and heart failure has a causal link. So hypertension and heart failure is I11.0. And heart failure is I50.9. And G43.909 is migraine. So we have 3 codes right here. And now I will show you how to index this code using our ICD 10cm book. Friends, let's use our ICD 10cm book to code or index our conditions. Now, our first condition, following the WID guidelines, we have the hypertension with heart failure. So let's go to the alphabetic index right here. We have alphabetic index right here, and let's start with letter H for hypertension. So hypertension is HY. So this is HE. Let's go and find HY. Right here. We have hypertension here, and the beginning is right here, the hypertension. And again, with following the WID guidelines, we have hypertension with heart failure. So hypertension right here, under that is WID. And under WID, we have the first condition, which is heart failure. Hypertension with heart failure is I11.0. Now let's zoom that in. So we have here hypertension with heart failure is I11.0. Now that is not the final code. We have to confirm that into our tabular list. So here we have our tabular list, and we have another letter codes here to confirm our code. So our code was I11.0. So let's go to our I code right here. It's I22. Remember, our code is I11.0. I21, I20, I11A.0. Here, we'll go here. We have I09.2, and right here, hypertensive heart disease is I11, and then I11.0, hypertensive heart failure. So it is confirmed that our code is I11.0 from the tabular list. I11.0 is our final code for hypertensive heart disease with heart failure. But again, it says right here, use additional code to identify type of heart failure. We're going to close our book again and find our heart failure. Let's start with letter F from alphabetic index. F right here. And then FE for fever. Let's go FA for failure. Okay, we have failure right here, we have failure right here, and we have failure right here. And the beginning of the failure is in this page. We have here, failure. And then we're looking for heart. So let's go down. And we have here, heart. Heart failure. It was not specified as to what type of heart failure. So failure heart is I50.9. So there are different kinds of heart failure. We have the combined systolic and diastolic, right, systolic, and so on. But again, we're just looking for the heart failure unspecified. The code for that is I50.9. But again, that is not our final code. We have to confirm that from our tabular list. Let's go to our tabular list. It starts with letter I. We're going here, I. We are now with I70. It's I50.9. And we found it right here. I50.9 heart failure. It is congestive heart disease, congestive heart failure, not otherwise specified. And that is our second code, I50.9. So we have two codes now, I11.0 for hypertensive heart failure and I50.9 for heart failure. Now we are looking for our final code in this scenario, which is the migraine. Let's find the condition migraine. Migraine starts with letter M right here. So let's open that. Starts with here, maltreatment, malposition. Let's go MI for migraine. Right here, we have migraine. We have migraine. And let's find the very beginning of migraine. Migraine, and right here. Migraine unspecified. The code for migraine unspecified is G43.909. Migraine unspecified is G43.909. And there are different types of migraine. We have refractory migraine with aura, chronic, intractable, and so on. But in our scenario, we are only looking for migraine unspecified, which is G43.909. So we have our three codes, I11.0 for hypertensive heart failure, I50.9 for heart failure, and G43.909 for migraine.
Hello friends, I know I am very comfy here, but this is Editing Precious. Just want to let you know that I forgot to add another code in our answer key, and that is Z79.899, and the code for that is for the long-term use of other specified drugs such as the Coreg for hypertension, furosemide for heart failure, and the sumatriptan for migraine. So our final codes are I11.0, I50.9, G43.909, and Z79.899.
All right, friends, we are in our scenario number 2. The patient is here for chronic disease management. She has type 2 diabetes and takes Novolog every after meal. His asthma is controlled. Here are the multiple choices. A, E11.9, Z79.4, and J45.909. B, E11.9, Z79.4, and J45.901. And letter C, E11.9 and J45.909. I'll give you 3 seconds to lock in your answer. If you need more time, please pause this video. All right. The correct answer is letter A, E11.9, Z79.4, and J45.909. So we have type 2 diabetes and asthma. We only have 2 conditions, right? Type 2 diabetes and asthma. But why do we have 3 codes? It should be letter C, E11.9, and J45909. However, the patient is taking Novolog. Novolog is a type of insulin, and the patient takes Novolog every after meal. Therefore, this is called long-term use of insulin. So we have 3 codes to report. The type 2 diabetes, E11.9, Novolog, Z79.4, the long-term use of insulin, and asthma, J45.909. If your answer is letter A, you are correct. And now let's use our ICD 10cm book to code these conditions. Okay, we have 3 codes, the type 2 diabetes, long-term use of insulin, and asthma. So we have 3 codes to look for. Now, let's start with diabetes. So let's start with our alphabetic index, and let's start with letter D for diabetes. So we have right here defect. So the second letter for diabetes is I, D-I. Let's look for that. We have dilatation, D-I-A, right here. We have diabetes. Let's find the very beginning of diabetes right here. So we found here diabetes E11.9, but there are 2 types of diabetes, and in our scenario it was specified as type 2. So we are moving right here. We have diabetes type 1. So now let's go for diabetes type 2, and diabetes type 2 is right here. Type 2 diabetes unspecified is E11.9. But with that, we are going to confirm that code from alphabetic index to the tabular list. So E11.9, let's go to letter E. And we have right here E11.8 and E11.9. E11.9 type 2 diabetes mellitus without complication. And it is confirmed. Type 2 diabetes without complication is E11.9. So now let's go to our long-term use of insulin. Since the patient is taking Novolog, a type of insulin, let's look for the insulin code. So we are going to start with our alphabetic index. Let's start with letter L. L for long-term use of insulin. Okay, we have right here long, and then let's keep going down. On the next page, we have right here long term. We have right here long term. So from up, we're going down to find the word insulin, and right here insulin is Z79.4. This is from the alphabetic index. Again, you cannot just code from the alphabetic index. You have to go to the tabular list to confirm the code. So we have Z79.4, and right here, we are going to find our letter Z. Z code is right here at the very bottom. Z79.4. Okay, right here. And to confirm, Z79.4 is long-term current use of insulin. Z79.4 is now a confirmed code. Our first code was E11.9 for type 2 diabetes, and our second code is Z79.4 for long-term use of insulin. Now let's go to our final code for the scenario. Our final code is asthma. You know the drill. Let's go with our alphabetic index first. A for asthma. Aspiration. We have aspiration right here. Let's go AST for asthma. And it's right here. We have asthma here, and we have asthma on the bottom too. Right here, the very beginning of the asthma code is right here. Asthma, asthmatic, bronchial, and J45909. For the asthma, the code is J45909 from the alphabetic index. Again, you have to go to the tabular list to confirm the diagnosis. That is J45909. Let's go to letter J. This is our J code. Here we have J45, start of asthma. We have different types of asthma, mild intermittent, mild persistent, moderate persistent, but we're just looking for unspecified, asthma unspecified. So let's go down and let's go to the next page. And we have right here, other and unspecified asthma. Unspecified asthma, J45.90. Unspecified asthma with acute exacerbation, 901. Unspecified asthma with status asthmaticus, 902. And unspecified asthma is J45909. That is our final code, J45909. So we have three codes, E11.9 for type 2 diabetes, Z79.4 for long-term use of insulin, and J45909 for asthma unspecified. If your answer is letter A, you are correct. All right, we are now in our scenario number 3. The patient complains of shortness of breath, nausea, and headache. She has mild intermittent asthma and a fever. Here are the multiple choices. A, J45.909, R11.0, R51.9, R50.9. Letter B, J45.909, R06.02, R11.0, R51.9, and R50.9. And letter C, J45.20, R11.0, R51.9, and R50.9. I'll give you 3 seconds to lock in your answer. And if you want more time, please pause this video. All right. The correct answer is letter C, J45.20, R11.0, R51.9, and R50.9. So what conditions do we see here? We have shortness of breath, nausea, headache, mild intermittent asthma, and a fever. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 conditions, but why do we only have to report letter C, which only has 4 conditions? If you remember in our scenario 1, signs and symptoms will be reported if there is no final diagnosis yet. But if there is already a final diagnosis, then the signs and symptoms will not be reported. In this case, shortness of breath is a sign or a symptom for asthma. Therefore, shortness of breath will not be reported. If your answer is letter C, you are correct. Now, let's use our ICD 10-CM book to index these conditions. Alright friends, let's find our codes for scenario number 3. We have 4 codes to report. Now let's find first the mild intermittent asthma. So we are going to our alphabetic index, A for asthma. We have right here, we go up. All right, we have our asthma here with exacerbation, asthma chronic. And then let's go up. We are looking for mild intermittent. Asthma, hard, intermittent. Asthma, intermittent, mild. The code right here is J45.20. J45.20. Now let's confirm if that is correct in the tabular list. J45.20 for mild intermittent asthma. Let's go to our J code. All right here we have asthma. Let's go down. Right here, J45.20 or J45.2, mild intermittent asthma. Mild intermittent asthma uncomplicated, mild intermittent asthma with acute exacerbation, mild intermittent asthma with status asthmaticus. We're just having the mild intermittent asthma uncomplicated. So the code for that is J45.20. So it is confirmed in the tabular list that our mild intermittent asthma code is J45.20. Now let's code for nausea. Nausea, it starts with letter N, right here from the alphabetic index. NA. We have right here, nausea without vomiting is R11.0. Nausea without vomiting is R11.0. Again, let's confirm that from the tabular list. Let's go to the R code. R11.0. R11, nausea and vomiting. We just have to code R11.0. Nausea, not otherwise specified, nausea without vomiting. The code for that is R11.0. We have 2 codes. We have the R11.0 and the J45.20. Let's start with our alphabetic index, H for headache. We have right here, headache continued. So let's go to the very top or the beginning of it, which is right here. Headache R51.9. R51.9, let's confirm that to the tabular list. So let's go again to the R code. R51.9. R51 is headache. R51.9 is headache or facial pain not otherwise specified. Our third code is R51.9. The final condition that we need to index is fever. Alphabetic index, let's go letter F for fever. We have right here, fever continued. Let's go to the very top or the beginning for that. We have right here, We have right here, fever. The code for that is R50.9. R50.9, let's confirm that in the tabular list. It's an R code. Let's go to the R code. We have R50.9, and it's just right here. Fever unspecified, R50.9. So remember, for scenario number 3, we have 4 codes: J45.20, R11.0, R51.9, and R50.9. If your answer is letter C, you are correct. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!